Hello, everybody, and welcome here to Rockingham, North Carolina, as we're getting set for round number 8 of season 2 of the DRL Red Bull GT series. Coming to you live from Rockingham, North Carolina, as we're getting set to go racing for 40 laps of racing. Jeffrey Finguy, he's on the pole position for the Mustangs and the overall pole sitter. Andrew Williams on the pole for the Jaguar class. Angel Gutierrez on the pole for the Corvettes, and Timo Mauser alongside. Pole setter for the Vipers is Edison Peterson. And that is it. That is the grid for this race here today. As we're getting set for 40 laps of racing, Finguy comes into this race 17th in the points. Not the start of the season he would have liked. Andrew Williams, on the other hand, comes into this race. Let me see. Where is Andrew? Andrew Williams comes into this race 25th in the points. Gutierrez comes into this race, making sure I said it right. Yep, I said it right. Cool. He's 14th in points, and Timo Mauser dropped 8 spots to 16th in the points. Want to throw a little disclaimer to everybody. I had to fix my NR because my NR decided to be a derping hippopotamus, and yeah, so that was kind of a pain in the ass. The good news is I did not lose any files for this series or the Monster Energy series. The bad news is I just lost all of the tracks that I had, but no worries. We'll be good to go as we're going to get these cars rolling off behind the pace car. Here's the rest of the starting grid, by the way, just to tell you where you guys are starting. Let's go over the points presented by Golden Corral. Brian Webb is the points leader by 9 points over Kyle Langland. Then we have a tie for third between Prudence Martindale and David Heller. Ironically enough, those two are teammates. Prudence is David Heller's the team owner of Prudence Martindale, which is a big surprise there. Addison Peterson is fifth, 15 points back. Cody Smart dropped 3 spots to 6th in the standings. Titan Nichols is 7th. Razor Callaghan is 8th in the standings. 9th is Alexander Underwood, and Zachary Fitzwater complete the top 10. Let me turn this down because it's a little loud and it hurts my ears. Had to turn my volume down on my game, so sorry about that. But here we go. Rockingham, North Carolina is going to go green. And they're already 3 wide. That didn't take long for these drivers to go 3 wide, and Andrew Williams is going to pay the price after that. This track is notorious for tires. It looks like Addison Peterson wants to lead that first lap, and around they go. It's actually going to be Zachary Taylor who leads that lap, but a big wreck off of turn number 4, and will bring out the first caution of the day. That did not take long. Oh, wow. Gutierrez is torn up. Logan Williams involved. Timo Mauser. Quentin Moore. Razor Callaghan torn up. Bradley Reams, got a piece of it. Not sure what these drivers are doing. Brooke Paquette got a piece of this. Reggie Fogelman. Boy, Reggie has had a tough first few races in his DRL career. And who was that was smoking? That's Alexander Underwood got damaged. Oh, that's Brian Webb. That's the points leader, Brian Webb, in trouble. Oh, boy. This is good news for Kyle Langland, who came in this race second in points. So as Zachary Taylor leads this race, let's jump back, look at a replay to see what happened to cause that first big wreck of the day at Rockingham. All right, here's what happened. This is the case of why 4 wide is never a good idea. Looks like Jeffrey Finguy. I think Gutierrez is going to get the wall right in front of him. Yeah, watch Gutierrez. He's going to hit the wall there. Going to come down into, I think that's Jesse. Yeah, that's Jesse Art. Spun the 2 and he goes 6 around. Timo Mauser got turned by Thing Guy. I want to go to Gutierrez. Wonder who flips him over. Was it Byron Webb? No. Byron Webb got a piece. There's where Logan Williams gets involved. Boy, that car went in the air, the Byron Webb machine. Bradley Ream got rear-ended by, I think that was Callaghan, I think? Yes, it was. Oh, wow. Quentin Moore just sent Logan Williams upside down. That's not good. Tatiana Guerra got a piece of it. I didn't realize she was involved. There's Christopher Bright. How did he get collected in this? Oh, he got hit by, I think that was Jesse Art. Yep, it was Jesse Art. Will Parrish. Annie Crenshaw got a piece of it. Reggie Fogelman hit the 75. There's Byron Webb. Was that Emma Kaiser in the 6? Yes, it was. How did Reggie get... Reggie must have piled in because he was started so far at the back. Let's see. He's right behind Skylar Taylor. Brooke Packett got a little bit loose coming off turn 4 there. And right there gets into Brooke Packett, who, by the way, got into Emma Kaiser. And around goes the Menards Ford Mustang. I bet that was probably not a good feeling, but we have just had our big one here at Rockingham, North Carolina. And I've noticed a number of drivers who came in running well in points. This is not what they needed, so looks like Reggie Fogelman is going to continue on. There's going to be some drivers out of the race as we're going to get you to the restart here at Rockingham. We're back to green at Rockingham, North Carolina, as I just made it to the restart in time. Zachary Taylor is the leader. Second is Addison Peterson, and they're wrecking in the back. Prudence Martindale's third. Zachary Fitzwater is the leader of the Mustang class. Corvette leader Titan Nichols. Viper leader is Kyle Langland as the yellow is out. David Heller's involved. Kyler Anderson got a piece of it. And Christopher Bright, too. Sean Art's at the rear of the field. All right, let's see what brought out this second caution of the day right now. All right, here's what happened to bring out caution number 2. I barely got back in time to even try to do a rundown, but looks like the 88 and the 7 got a piece of it. Nowhere for Sean Art to go. Ooh, Sean hit that inside wall hard. Then Kyler Anderson comes up. That was Cody Smar and Jesse Art. And then David Heller just flips the Corvette of Kyler Anderson upside down. A lot of flips there. Ooh, nearly struck Tatiana Guerra. Boy, Tatiana Guerra is going to need some new clothes after that. That's a tough break for Kyler Anderson, the Corvette. Unfortunately, his day is done. David Heller might be done for the day, but Sean Art's going to continue on. So that's what brought out our second caution of the day. Let's get to the restart. Hopefully I don't miss the restart here at Rockingham. And we're finally back after that was a kind of messy of a me trying to get back to live action on that first caution. Didn't even do a full field rundown before that happens. Lights are still on the pace car. We're going to go back to green very soon, as we're still on lap number 9 of 40. I haven't even documented the drivers out of the race from that first caution. Then we had that second caution, so I was like, okay, well, let's do both of them at the same time. So Zachary Taylor is the leader. Second is Addison Peterson, Jaguar leader for Taylor. Peterson leads the Viper class. Prudence Martindale is third. Fitzwater is fourth. He is the Mustang leader, sorry. Corvette leader is Titan Nichols. He is fifth. Sixth is Kyle Langland. Seventh is Samad Oskin. Brandon Nelson, eighth. Ninth, Andrew Williams. And 10th, Angel Gutierrez. 11th, Will Parrish. 12th, Jeffrey Finguy. 13th, Jesse Art. 14th, Cody Smart with Josh Harmon in 15th. 16th, Bradley Pearson. Bradley Ream, 17th. Skylar Taylor, 18th. 19th, Emma Kaiser. Reggie Fogelman's Kaiser, 18th for Kaiser, Fogelman 19th, and Alexander Underwood's 20th. 21st, Timo Mauser. 22nd, Tatiana Nagora. 23rd, Sean Art. 24th, Christopher Bright. David Heller's 25th. And that's the cars so far in this race. Drivers out from the incidents. We just got the one to go signal. Angel Gutierrez is a lap down in 26. Out of the race are Kyler Anderson from our second yellow. Byron Webb blew a valve, and then drivers from the first incident were Brooke Paquette, Razor Callaghan, Quinton Moore, Annie Crenshaw, and Logan Williams. And if I pull up my points here, points leaders out, as we're getting ready to go back to green here. Kyler Anderson came into this race 18th in the points. Boy, this is going to really kill him in the standings. Byron Webb, as I said, was your points leader. The guy that was trying to run him down for the points lead, Kyle Langland, is second, or in 6th, as we're back to green. Razor Callaghan was 8th in points. Quinton Moore came in this race 28th in points. This is not what Q-Man needed. As I hit my knee on the desk. Need to quit doing that, Voiles. Crenshaw came in this race, Annie Crenshaw, that is 12th in points. That's another driver who was running well in points. And then Logan Williams came in this race. Where is Logan Williams in points? He was 27th in points. So this is not the result that Logan Williams was hoping for. So a lot of drivers that came in running well in points. This is not the run. This is not the finish they were hoping for. And they're going to have a bounce back performance heading into next week. And where are we going next week, you ask? We are going to, I'm just going to scoot you over here so I don't get you in the way. We're heading to Coca-Cola Super Speedway next week. That'll be at noon Eastern Standard Time, as looks like the caution's out. Yeah, I see some skid marks on the front straightaway. Addison Peterson led that lap over Prudence Martindale, so Martindale's going to have to slow down and give that position back to Addison Peterson, as Cody Smart's involved, Sean Art's involved. And it's only those two, as looks like Martindale has not given the position. Well, Addie's going to do it the hard way, just drive on the apron there. But Sean Art is going to be out of the race. Let's jump back, look at the replay, see what happened to Sean to bring out our third yellow of the race. And this is what happened to Cody Smart. Looks like he got in an incident with Skylar Taylor. Cody got up really high. He's going to get the wall there. Then comes down into Skylar Taylor. Ooh, who is that just missed that? That was Josh Harmon who missed that. Skylar Taylor gets into the wall with the right side of her Jaguar. Don't know why I had the ticker up, but that's okay. And here's where Sean comes in. Pow! Right in the back end of the Castrol GTX Ford Mustang. And the black smoke erupts on the Sprint Chevy Corvette, and he's going to get a little sideswipe by Christopher Bright. Not sure what was going on between Christopher Bright and Sean Art, but there's going to be some tempers flaring between those two. Well, the good news is Sean Art has caused carnage in this race as a person. The bad news is he's going to be out of the race. So that's a tough break for Sean. That's what brought out our third yellow. Let's go back to the green flag here at Rockingham. Still working our third caution of the day as we're back here at Rockingham, North Carolina on a really cloudy day. Out of the race is Sean Art and Cody Smart. So it looks like the damage on Cody Smart was significant enough, and unfortunately will take him out of this race. Cody came into this race. Cody was 6th in points. Sean Art came in this race 22nd in points. So that's another driver, Cody Smart, who came in running well in points. David Heller came in this race 4th in the points. He's out of the race. Byron Webb was your points leader coming in this race. Cody Smart, 6th in points, is out. Titan Nichols, I think is Titan Nichols still in this race? Let me look. Yeah, Nichols is still in this race as we just got the one to go signal. Boy, Rockingham, North Carolina playing its part in shaking up the points heading into next week's race at Coca-Cola, which I'm looking forward to Coca-Cola in Massachusetts. As I do not know where I put my phone. I'm looking on my desk and I put it up here. Duh. So this race is going to be dedicated to Bray Wyatt and also Bob Barker, who recently passed away as of this recording, as we're back to green here at Rockingham, North Carolina. Bryant Wyatt died on Friday as Addison just got the wall there. Prudence Martindale drag racing Zachary Fitzwater for the overall lead. And it was a heart problem by Wyatt. And of course, Bob Barker, the host of The Price is Right, cautions out as Titan Nichols is in trouble along with Will Parrish. But Bob Barker, host of The Price is Right, died at the age of 99. We send condolences to the families of those two celebrities I just mentioned. Will Parrish involved. Boy, he's had a tough season. 30th in the points. And same with Titan Nichols. As we're at the halfway mark of today's race here at Rockingham, North Carolina. Let's jump back and look at a replay for our fourth caution of the day. Boy, Will Parrish's season has not been very good, if you ask me. He was on the inside of Andrew Williams, and looks like Titan Nichols just got a bit tight there. And the two are going to carry each other into the wall. Need to go ahead and having the ticker up. And Will Parrish is going to go upside down, reminiscent of what Mark Martin did at Talladega in the Cup Series in 2009, where he somewhat drove away, as he's still upside down. And I mentioned Will Parrish came in this race that 30th position in the points. It has not been a good season. Titan Nichols, on the other hand, was another driver I just mentioned before we went back to green on that last restart. He was in the top 10 in points. So like I said, Rockingham, North Carolina is playing its part in shaking up the points. And we're about to have a point shakeup heading into next week at Coca-Cola's. We're going to go back to the green flag here at Rockingham, North Carolina. Back here at Rockingham, North Carolina, we're just past the halfway mark in this Wreckfest race that some people are kind of surprised about. I mean, normally when we come to Rockingham, North Carolina, it's not as a bit of a wreck fest, but it's really starting to become a wreck fest. And people are asking me, why are these drivers struggling, with not getting a green flag run? I think it's because, with the track being a lot cooler and it's cloudy outside and with more grip, I think that's the main reason why we're seeing drivers just struggling for grip, and this is the result we're seeing here today. And let's give you the class leaders right now. Right now, leading the Mustangs and overall Zachary Fitzwater. Prudence Martindale's the Jaguar leader. Peterson leads the Viper. Not too far behind her is Kyle Langland. And who's leading the Corvettes, you ask? Jessie Art. But she's all the way back in 12th. As we're probably gotten the one to go signal. And we did. Nobody out of the race after that. The two drivers that were involved have continued. As I'm trying to find my class points. There we go. Here's the bad news for. Here's the good news for David Heller. Sean Art, who was trying to run him down for the points lead out of the race. Titan Nichols was actually tied for second in the Corvette points. Cody Smart came in his race as the Mustang points leader. The guy that was trying to run him down for the points lead, Josh Harmon, he's running in eighth. So Josh Harmon could retake the points lead because, like I said, first through fourth are separated by only 4 points, or top five rather, is separated by 4 points. The top seven, well, even though Bradley Ream and Zachary Fitzwater are tied, they are only separated by 7 points. So there you go. As we're going to have 17 laps or 16 laps of racing to go. Let's hope to get a green flag run going here, guys, as we're back to green. Don't know why this mod likes to do that quick shift, but oh well. And I know Cody Smart's going to tell me turn the aggression down after this race is over. Zachary Fitzwater leading this race here. Fitzwater came in this race 10th in points after a tough race last week at what was the track we were at last week? Oh, Mansfield, that's what it was. Moving you up here so you're not in my way. Fitzwater came in this race also. Of course, Fitzwater, if he were to win today, he would take the points lead in class heading into next week at Coca-Cola. There we go. So right now, the points are really going to be shaken up a bit. And the caution's out again. Caution number 5? Holy cow, it's been a wreck fest. Let's see who got this yellow. Looks like Josh Harmon and Emma, or no, that's Samad Ozkin, rather. Yep, they were the ones that were involved in this caution. So that was the yellow Prudence Martindale didn't want to see. But the good news is we'll be inside of 10 to go as we're going to jump back and look at a replay to see what happened to Josh Harmon in the 56. Well, Josh Harmon was running in the 14th position at the time of this incident, as I'm going to go ahead and do this and do this. Oh, yeah, I forgot David Heller's still in this race. I thought he was out of the race, but I was wrong, but never mind. Looks like Harmon's going to go up into the wall right there. And I believe he's going to bounce off Mustang competitor Reggie Fogelman, which he does. And then he's going to go up and get into Samad Ozkin. And around the two of them go as they spin across the start-finish line. Who was that just missed Josh Harmon? That was Alexander Underwood. So that brought out the 5th caution of the day, but I've received word from the DRL officials. We've had a wreck over in turn number 2 under the yellow flag. Let's go ahead and investigate that right now. And here's the mysterious wreck I was talking about. This is called not paying any attention whatsoever. As right now, these drivers are under caution because they just took the caution flag after Samad Ozkin and Josh Harmon spun. Josh Harmon just come flying up there, just sideswipe Christopher Bright and Alexander Underwood. I think DRL officials need to talk to Josh Harmon. It's called slow down under the yellow there, mate. And then Ozkin comes up and just slams into Titan Nichols, which I really don't understand what that was really all about with Samad Ozkin, why he did that. And then there's where Will Parrish gets a piece of it. So I don't think DRL officials are going to be too happy with Samad Ozkin and Josh Harmon. And they have been asked to see the DRL officials in the Red Bull trailer when this race is over. And there could be a possible point penalty. We'll have to see what DRL officials will say as we're going to jump back to the restart here at Rockingham. Well, after a bizarre incident that just took place under the caution flag, and yes, DRL has confirmed Samad Oskin and Josh Harmon to the Red Bull trailer when the race is over. Just don't understand why they didn't slow down under the yellow flag, because you have to slow down because they were carrying a high rate of speed, and Harmon sideswiped two drivers just like that. Unfortunately, Titan Nichols got taken out of the race because of that, and Josh Harmon has parked his car for the day. So Josh Harmon really just didn't do himself any favors by deciding to say, "Oh no, I'm going to come flying into an incident under the yellow flag for no reason." And I bet you Samad Oskin, yeah, he's still on pit road. Okay, now he's taking his car to the garage. So. But DRL officials will definitely have a talk with Samad Oskin and Josh Harmon once both of them are checked and released from the infield care center. So that was probably one of the most bizarre incidents I've seen in quite some time at this track. But in my opinion, they really should have slowed down for that yellow. There's no excuse for that. And it looks like we're going to get the Wendigo signal here, so all restarts will now be single file from here on out. And yes, we did get the Wendigo signal. So Martindale still leads the Jaguar class in overall. Fitzwater still leads the Mustang class. Viper leader is now Kyle Langland after Addison Peterson led a good portion of this race. And Brandon Nelson, in his third DRL Red Bull GT Series start, is leading the Corvette class. Nice run for Brandon. He is, like I said, even though he's so far down the points table, that's because he came in to replace the now ejected Nathan Orman. But Brandon Nelson really making a name for himself, and I know he's, like I said, so far down the points table. Yes, he and Reggie Fogelman come into this race 34th and 35th in the standings. Nelson only has 2 points. Fogelman has 3, but they're looking to score some massive points after today's races. We're back to green here at Rockingham, North Carolina. Prudence Martindale leads this race. Can Fitzwater... Oh, contact there. Looks like Taylor got up in the wall, Zachary Taylor. He's going to lose some spots, and Martindale still keeps the lead as a result. Riley Pearson going to take the lead for the Mustang class, so that's another driver who's been struggling this season in points, Riley Pearson. But he would like for a win as he's passed Prudence Martindale, and now Riley Pearson leads this race with 6 to go. And yes, I'm recording this race after 1 o'clock in the morning Central Time. How would it be for Riley Pearson to get a win after a struggling season he's had so far? I just heard scraping as the yellow out. The answer is no. Brandon Nelson's already up in the top 5. Jeffrey Fenguy's 3 wide with Fitzwater and Bradley Ream. Bradley Ream, who was involved in our first yellow, is having a very good run here today at Rockingham. 5 laps to go. Next caution comes out, one to race. Looks like Kyle Langland just got up in the wall there off of turn number 4. Lost a little bit of momentum. And now Riley Pearson trying to hang on for his first win in the DRL Red Bull GC Series. And I see that 4 Corvette coming up. Brandon Nelson, he's come to life so far. Even though he's had a struggle first couple of races, he's done good so far today. And He's looking to get some, like I said, max points. He and Reggie Fogelman are looking to get max points today. Where is Fogelman? He's running in 12th. But this is still good points day for the both of them, even though they are mired down 34th and 35th in the points. Yes, they had to come in to fill it to replace the now banned Dylan Matthews and Nathan Orman. But Brandon Nelson, this is one of his best runs since taking over that 4 car. But it's Riley Pearson leading with 2 laps to go, and this would be Brandon Nelson's first class win, if I'm not mistaken. Wouldn't that be something? Of course, remember, Nathan Orman won in class at Indy. Next time by, we're going to come for the white flag. And these drivers didn't have to worry about pit stops, by the way. As here comes Riley Pearson. He's going to take the white flag. One more time around for Riley Pearson. Rockingham is kind of reminding me of Talladega, where a Cater City driver who's struggling in the points table as the underdog. And here comes Riley Pearson through 3 and 4. And Riley Pearson will get his first career DRL Red Bull GT Series win at the Rock. Kyle Langland will win for the Vipers. Brandon Nelson will win for the Corvettes. And Jaguar winner goes to Zachary Taylor. 4 different manufacturers in the top 4. How about that? In what has been a 5-caution wreckfest. And standings are indeed official. What race are we on? This is race number 8. Okay. Like I said, I lost all my data when I had to fix NR, so that's why I am on a clean sheet. But Riley Pearson going to be very happy with a bunch of points today. That's really good for him, so he'll definitely take it. Kyle Langland, as I said, will get second, and since he finished ahead of Byron Webb, who finished all the way down 28th, Kyle Langland is the new points leader overall heading into next week at Coca-Cola. Brandon Nelson gets his first class win in 3rd. Taylor gets his second class win because he won at Indianapolis a couple of weeks ago. Top 5 for him in 4th. Andrew Williams, well-needed run for him in 5th. Prudence Martindale, who led a good portion of the class in the Jaguar class, comes away. We'll have to settle for 6th. Jeffrey Finguy will get 7th. Zachary Taylor 8th. Skylar Taylor 9th. And Addison Peterson will get 10th. Now, looking at my points for the Addison Peterson, by the way, was tied with Byron Webb for the points lead. But Kyle Langland ended up winning the Viper class, so Kyle Langland will no doubt take the points lead, and I believe Addison Peterson will now be second in points. For Riley Pearson, who came in this race with 9 points, this is going to get him up through the points table so far. Top 15 were completed by Bradley Ream, Reggie Fogelman, one of his better runs of the season, Jesse Art, Christopher Bright, and David Heller. Timo Mauser, Emma Kaiser, Tatiana Aguirre. Hey, look, 3 of Frank's drivers finished in the top 18. Mauser, Kaiser, and Aguirre. Mauser led that brigade home. Alexander Underwood, Will Parrish got 20th. Angel Gutierrez 1 lap down in 21st. And everybody else finished out of the race. As you look on down through the remainder of the finishing results, and a lot of big names that stand out to me on this list. Let's see. Byron Webb came in this race 28th. He was your points leader. Kyle Langland, we know, finished top 5, was second in points coming in this race. Logan Williams going to have a pretty poor points day after today. Brooke Packett, this is not the result she needed after, well, it has not been a good day for any of these drivers, but a couple of drivers in the top 10 like Cody Smart, Annie Crenshaw, they're definitely going to take hits. Samad Ozkin is going to also be another driver that's going to take a hit in the standings, which he is already on his way to the DRL hauler to have a talk with the officials along with Josh Harmon after they decide to cause an incident under the yellow flag. And we'll see what DRL officials will say about those two. If they were to get a penalty, it will more than likely be a sent to the back of the grid for the next race at Coca-Cola, which, let's be honest, anything can happen at that racetrack at Coca-Cola Super Speedway. But congratulations to Riley Pearson, Kyle Langland, Brandon Nelson, and Zachary Taylor for their classes win. And for Riley Pearson, this is really going to help him in the Rookie of the Year honors because he came in this race 16th of the Rookie of the Years. He's going to jump all the way up in the top 10. And let's see, David Heller finished. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. David's going to barely get some Rookie of the Year points, but we'll see where this is going to situate him after this race. But that's going to do it from Rockingham, North Carolina. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the BCS Race Crew today. We showed your full finish results. Your class points will be down in the description, and you'll also see your rookie points, your overall points in the Discord heading into next week at Coca-Cola Super Speedway. Until then, I've been Dean DeVoe signing off. So long from Rockingham, North Carolina. You've been watching another broadcast of the DRL Red Bull GT Series on the PCS Race Sports and Gambit channel, the best center racing since 2017. See ya!